Now let's talk about what happens when the government comes in and wants to fix the price of something with a price ceiling or price floor real quick. So suppose we take a good that would, without government intervention, have a price right here. And the government comes in for whatever reason and says, that's too high a price. We're going to put a price ceiling on this. You can't charge $1.50 a dozen for eggs. We're going to say the maximum you can charge for eggs is 50 cents. So we put a price ceiling in here. You know, every year some student government association, like up at West Virginia, it was funny, almost every 2 or 3 years, they would try to pass a resolution. They always used to complain about rent on rental housing right around there for the students. So these socially minded student government administrations, that one year they had a bill that they were asking the city council to pass a law saying you can't charge more than $100 a month for an apartment in town. And they were talking about how great this is going to be. Like, look, I mean, wouldn't it be great if we all had And I'm like, well, why not make it $1? I mean, if you're going to do that, let's help, right? Let's put $1 for rent. What happens when you do stuff like that? It sounds great, but let's look at the science of it here real quick. First, let's talk about how consumers respond when you bring the price down. As you're mandating a lower price and the legal price falls, what happens to the amount that consumers want to buy? Yeah. So the number of apartments demanded at $1 each. Do you think that's more than at $2,000 each? I mean, you know, kids live 3 or 4 to an apartment. Why do they do that? Save money. Well, when apartments are $100 each, do you want to share a room with 3 other people? No, get your whole one, right? You have 4 demand for apartments, right? A lot of people live at home with their parents at college. Do they want to do that? No, they're trying to save money. When apartments are $100, all those people want apartments too. Now, what happens on the supply side? What do suppliers do? You think you're going to get many new apartments being built at $100 a rent? No, I mean, why do people do that? Why do they take a piece of land, tear stuff down, and build a building on it? To make money. They're businessmen. And whenever you lower the profitability of that, what you're going to get is fewer of them in the marketplace. So what happens is you end up with a situation where the amount that people want to buy, the quantity demand, is way out here. The quantity supplied is way back here. So you have that many people wanting it. There's only this much available, so you end up causing a shortage. Where there's 100 people who want something and only 20 of it available. And you can't ration it by price because that's been outlawed. So there's all these black markets that evolve for stuff and people just can't get anything.